Hello and welcome to Video Notebook, my friends. Today we're going to talk about the area of rectangles, parallelograms, rhombuses, and squares. And the formula is going to be the same for all of those. It's A equals base times height. So let's go ahead and look at a couple of samples that I have here. Here I have a rectangle. Now it is a rectangle because this is not the same size as this right here. So if these were the same size, it'd be a square, but it's close, but it is not the same size. Now, this shape, we're not sure whether it's a parallelogram or a rhombus. This is 5.5 centimeters. The height is 5.4, so this has to be longer than 5.4, but we don't know for sure if it is 5.5 exactly. If it was, then it would be a rhombus. If it's longer or shorter than 5.5, then it would be a parallelogram. Either way, we're going to use the base times the height for this, and over here we'll use the base times the height for this right here. And once again, just a side note for any rhombus or parallelogram, for the height you're going to use this line that has this little box here, and this box once again represents that this is a 90-degree angle, so that we know that this height is actually the height, whereas on an angle like this, it's going to be longer than the actual height here. So we'll always use the little square here, which represents that that's a 90-degree angle for our height. And over here on this rectangle, it's right there. So we know this is a 90-degree angle, so that will have to be our height. So without further ado, let's get going, and we'll start with this one right here. And right here we have it, my friends. First I put the formula, which is A equals base times height. Then I plugged in the base is 4.3 from right here, and the height is 4.2 from right here. I did my multiplication in blue, 4.3 times 4.2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. Then drop a 0, put an X in it because I'm working with this 4 here. 4 times 3 is 12. Drop your 2, carry your 1. 4 times 4 is 16, plus this one is 17. So I drop the 17. And now I'm ready to add these two. I forgot my little plus sign. And here we go. 6 and nothing is 6. 8 and 2 is 10. Drop your 0, carry your 1. 1 plus 7 is going to give you 8. And 1 plus nothing is going to give you 1. I've got 1 loop-a-doop. 2 loop-a-doop, so I come over 1 loop-a-doop, 2 loop-a-doop, my decimal goes right there, and the area of this rectangle right here is 18.06 centimeters, or 18 and 6/100th centimeters. Bam, there you have it. Let's go ahead and look at our next problem, which is right over here, and it is the parallelogram. And right here we have our work. I'll enlarge this a little bit so it's easier to see. So I started off with the formula, A equals base times height. And then I took A equals, now I took my base from down here, 5.5, times my height from right over here, 5.4. And then I did the multiplication right here in blue. I've got 5.5 times 5.4. 4 times 5 is 20. Drop your 0, carry your 2. 4 times 5 is 20, plus this 2 is going to give you 22. Then I'm ready to drop down to this, so I drop the 0 and put an X in it because I'm working with this 5 over here. 5 times 5 is 25. Drop your 5, carry your 2. 5 times 5 is 25, plus this 2 is going to give you 27. So I drop the 27, and now I'm ready to add. 0 and 0 is 0. 2 plus 5 is going to give you 7. 2 plus 7 is going to give you 9, and 2 and nothing is going to give you 2. Then you got 1 loop-a-doop, 2 loop-a-doop. So you go 1 loop-a-doop, 2 loop-a-doop, decimal goes right there, and you end up with 29.70 centimeters, or 29 and 7/10 centimeters. Bam, there you have it. Hey, this is exactly the way you will solve for the area of any rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus, or square. So what I'd like you to do right now is go ahead and pause this video, get all these notes into your notebook, and that way you have this information for future reference, my friends. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon.